What's up, YouTubers, one and all? My name is Phaeton1987, and today we are taking a look at yet another base former slash base former, or just basically a triple changer that had one of modes as a base. We are looking at Iron Factory, Lord Scorpion. Lord Scorpion is actually a very good figure. The only thing that I'm missing from this, besides the box, is actually the little thing you can use to clip onto him so he can hold other weapons from Iron Factory. But, oh well. Maybe sometimes he can just use his own arsenal, I don't know. Anyways, here is his instructions. That actually leads nowhere. It leads to the Weibo website, but I thought it would lead to like something like instructions, but nope. You can see, you can look on here. There's instructions there. And then here's all the instructions here. So, there you go. And yes, he does have a Titan Master, but I really don't want to pull it out because it is very... This figure is a bit weathered. Alright? I got this used, so that basically meant that it was being used a whole lot. And that Titan Master might not last if I keep trying to transform it. I mean, I'll try to transform it, but no guarantees I'll do it ever again. So, this is Scorponok's base mode, and it took me a little while to figure out the right look for it. And I am proud of it. However, I do have something else, and that is called, what if we add a fourth mode? Yes, a fourth mode. So, I basically turned him into a jet. So first, basically... This is it. We want a size comparison to like a Legion class. Look no further. Clearly underscaled. I mean, the base formers, like, seriously, you're just gonna try the hardest, but like, they're just not gonna work. There it is, like that. And yeah, I'm not talking comparison any more than that, sorry. Well, I mean, I could do vehicles, but what's the really point? And it just yeah, just no. I'll do one more, but yeah, there really isn't much. So this is what I did. I instead decided to turn him into a jet. So first, what you do, you're actually gonna keep this on, but you're gonna flip that down like so. You're gonna take these and you're gonna flip it back like so. Then you come to the legs. This one's a little important, a little tricky. So first, you want to turn this 180. And flip this out. Just leave this. And also try to straighten this as much as possible without breaking a damn thing. Like I said, this thing's weathered, so I'm trying to be really careful with it. So put it like that for now. Keep this like this. Keep this like that. But now what you're going to do is that you're going to untab this. Untab this. Well, they don't really tab in well. Then you're going to lift this up. And that's going to form like some sort of jet wing. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And my camera just turned. I don't like that. And keep it like that. Keep it all like that. And then finally, just flip this part down. And there you go, you got a spaceship mode for yourself. And I really do like the look of it. I actually do. Like, this actually looks like a good alt mode for him. But now it's time to turn him to Scorpion mode. Which, you actually got this turned around correctly, so that's good. You're going to need to take this off, though. Now you're going to come around and you're just going to need to... basically now straighten out everything like this now. And take these off. If they haven't fallen off already, then you're all good. You're going to bring these guns down like so. Bring it down like so. Keep everything like that for now. You're going to turn this back around and Actually, keep it like this. Keep it like this for now. You're gonna now come around here to the legs. You're going to spin them around like so. And you're gonna straighten them out first. You're going to straighten them out entirely. But keep the feet folded. Straighten them out entirely like so. And you can move the gun back to its original position, which is back here on the leg, on the back of the foot. So we're going to take it off for now. You're going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. Flip it all the way down, around. Straighten out the leg. Make sure it just snaps into place. Take out the gun. And now what you're going to do is that you're going to take this part. You're going to lift it up and around. And it's literally just going to rest like that. You can start turning these down now, by the way. All of it. Now, these are kind of the weird thing about the figure, but we'll get to that in a moment. Angle these out more. And also, just flip this down, around, like so. Do that same thing on your side. Flip it all the way down, around, till you hear like a click or something similar to that. This doesn't tab in. This just curls up and around like so. And you're going to need to turn all these around and situate them. Turn this around and situate. Now for the guns, well, you're going to take these are supposed to be on the back of the feet, you're going to put these back on. Also the gun, I don't have in the camera at the moment, but I do have the gun, but it does not attach anywhere on the vehicle mode, so or anywhere, only the robot mode. So I'm gonna save that for later. Try to situate it all the best you can. Take these. You're gonna need to plug them like this. Do the exact same thing here. And finally, you're gonna come down here. You're going to open this up all the way. Get that little nook there. You're going to tab that into that hole right there. And open that up. Set them nice and straight. Make a stand tall. Basically, make sure it doesn't go flat. And yeah, those side parts do tend to try to fall. Just warning you right now. These joints are a little tight, by the way. But try to have it all nice and straightened out. So it takes a little bit of doing to get it right, but once you do, there's Scorponok in his Scorpion mode. Or Lord Scorpion, I don't know. I'm gonna do it like that. And, yeah, he looks really fine. Now, how does he compare to Legion class? Well, first of all, let's bring in him. And, yeah, now it kind of makes sense for the base mode's completely gone. Now it just actually makes sense for the, for War for Cybertron, you know? How does it compare to something like this? Okay, maybe I kind of misconstrued that. I don't know. Vehicle mode wise, taking a look at these two. I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of pros and cons for this figure. Mainly the scaling doesn't really work as much as I hoped. Alright, now it's time for robot mode. Robot mode, we're going to do a little bit differently. Also, robot mode can kind of scale with other figures, but I'm not exactly sure about that just yet. So first what I want to bring this all around, and you're just going to bring this inwards like so. We're going to take this off. We're going to take these off. Kind of pain to do a little bit, but it's doable. You're going to angle the guns so that they are facing like these are his shoulders. And you need to angle them so where they're facing like this. Push the legs in a little bit. Angle them like that. And now here comes one of the good parts. First of all, you're going to need to bring these down around. Like so. And then you use this to lock it in. Now that locks the whole entire leg together. You're going to need to spin this around and keep it like that. We'll focus on it a little later, but now we're going to need to do this. And spin this around 180. And then there's a tab there, and there's a slot there. And what you're going to do, you're going to make sure it's angled correctly, and you're going to just, well, bring these back first of all. Bring these forward, actually. Bring these forward and around, like so. And then this gives you leeway to actually tab that into place. Come on. Come on. Don't call me a liar. At the same time, I also suggest you should, well, that actually folds like that. That folds like that. And finally, you can bring all that back and just tab it together. Try your best not to break the figure. Sometimes you gotta align it just right. Or not. What's going on with this? Give me a moment. Sorry I do it off camera, but then you're going to basically situate it like this. Like so. Bring these down and around. Lock the leg together. Like this. Flip this back up. This is quite frankly one of my worst favorite parts about this figure is the feet and how they transform. It's like there's barely any clearance. You need to keep this as flat as possible. Flip this part out first, and then flip this part out. That's the feet. You do that on the other side. Take the small part first. Flip this part out, and then flip that. Flip forward, keep it nice and straight. Like so. And then also, finally, just collapse the legs around the backpack. Just like make sure it looks good. We're going to take this part, flip the viewfinder in, and then just close it back up, and there you have Scorponok. No, wait, hold up. Get them all nice and straight. And there you have Scorponok in his robot mode. So, here is Scorponok. And let's take a look at that noggin. It's really good. I mean, of course, you can actually take it, like, this is the headmaster unit. Take it out. I'm going to be very gentle with this. This is the only time doing this on the camera. I'm not pushing it farther than that. Look at that. That's a lot of stress marks. I'm not pushing that far. So, that is freaking tiny. Like, compare that to, say, I don't know, this, for example. This is the only one I've transformed in robot mode. Actually, no, actually, I sound it. Actually, see, sound it. Like, if I, you know what, I'll do this entirely. That's flippin' small. Compare that to this. That's small. That's just tiny. Compare that to something like, I don't know, this. You can barely see it. Like, holy shit. So, yeah, that's the Titan Master. It is not compatible with Hasbro's Titan Masters. I'm gonna put you back in there. You're gonna stay in there. Alright? You're not gonna move anywhere about that right now. Scrap. I'm on. Okay, so this is, you need to have it folded in all the way, and you need to basically slot it in. There's kind of like a slot, you have to slide it in, I guess. Yeah, like that. So you can just slide it in at that spot and just fold that down, and that's going to lock into place. What the fuck is with your legs? Anyways, in terms of scaling, he is essentially the size of Overlord, which you can check out that video before. He does come with 2 weapons. He comes with his shield pincher. You just tab it on there. And then if you open his hand up, there's a little slot there. Right there. You see that little black hole? That's it. You're going to slot this into there. And then simply just, well, actually you got to fold it in there more correctly. Then you can slide. Alright. Then you can actually fold the fingers around it. And now he's holding a gun. Before we get on to more stuff, like articulations, workpoints, and size comparisons. So here he is next to 2 commander classes. As you can see. Here he is next to a deluxe class, which is his size. I don't have Megatron out, sadly, which this will be better, but then again, we are going to get Beast Wars soon, so maybe this is going to work out in Earthspark, I don't know. Here he is next to a Voyager class, and someone that I need to review soon. And they're kind of the good size. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, he's almost Voyager-ish, so it's really not that bad. Here he is next to a leader class. Grimlock. So, there you go. And yes, here next to a Legion class. Him. Now, shall we say, next to a Iron Factory figure. How do they scale? Well, the only ones I have so far, that I have in, like, robot mode-ish. Yeah, Alaria. We'll be reviewing her later. Now it's time for solid comparison. Not simple. Articulation. So let's take the weapon out. Let's get the shield off. Alright, so articulation goes, he got he got a ball joint for a head, but I'm scared to do a 360, and I don't think, yeah, I could do 360, but I'm not going to do it all the way. He can go up and down, left and right. He's got a ball head movement. You're like, yes, no, maybe so. He's got shoulder movement. He's got it right here at this hinge, although it's like very limited based off the modes. You got, it's 360 actually. You got swivel at the bicep and then the elbow joint. You got some wrist movement right here, which is pretty amazing. And you got some finger rotation. They hinge outwards and inwards. So you got that. You got a waist swivel. It's really nice, good waist swivel. You got a far kick. You got a bend at the knee. You got a thigh swivel, I guess. He can do the full splits. And that actually is part of transformation. His legs can, if you move out the legs back here, they can move that far. And then that far. He's got a ankle tilt because of, ball joint. And also feet articulation, but I don't want to do that because it might ruin it. So, that's Scorponok. And let's get him back. And he has guns everywhere. And I mean, like he's a base form. He's supposed to be tight in class, basically. But this is based off his IDW comic version, which is no wonder why he is around the size as over the size Megatron. He has guns everywhere. He's got 6 guns. He's got a 7th gun. He's got a shield. And if I had that clip from the actual thing, I can actually have more guns to wheel with him. And not mention there's peg holes pretty much everywhere to like armor him up to the max. So like this guy's a beast. To transform him back into Scorpion mode, first you want to do is you want to come down here. Also, I didn't put this. This is repo label someone puts. And you're going to flip out the viewfinder. Requires a little bit of strength and not too much force, you know, because this is clear plastic. I'm going to put it there, and that's literally how his head hides. Then you're going to come back here. You're going to bring the arms all the way up. Like so. Arms up like so. You're going to come down here. You're going to take these off, which is going to unhook the locking mechanisms for the legs. Unhook that. Then you're going to come back here, you're going to unhook, tab all that. You're going to untab that, and that's going to spin this around. And you can just push that back like so. And leave all that out right there for now. You're going to bring this up. I suggest you bring this up and then this little part here. That way it's more easier. Always do the big one first when going back, and do the little one first when going forward. So you're going to fold them up like so. Make sure you hear that click. Like so. They don't really tab together. They just sit there. You're going to bring the legs around. Make sure they can stand or do a pose or something. Bring this all the way up. And there you have the no, wait, hold up. Gotta add these. I suggest actually using the pegs, because it's a lot more easier, I guess. Just makes it a little bit more like it actually has a peg to hold on to. instead of these loose-ass pegs on the sides. But, after all that's said and done, here you have Scorponok. No, wait, hold up. You gotta add the shield here, down here. That little peg, you gotta slide it right there. And there you have Scorponok in his Scorpion mode. Again, I really do like this figure. I really do. Like, I think Iron Factory just hits it out of the park every single time. Like, there's no... I mean, I guess you could put an exception, but we'll leave that to learn for later. But, then again, it didn't really hit it out of the park, because technically Iron Factory did do the MFT, the one, but that was just, like, someone ripping off of them and taking the model for themselves. But, yeah. So, turn it into space mode. We're going to bring the legs out, like so. Take these off. Take these off. Legs out, like so. Just angle it out like this, and then spin this around, angle it out like this, and that creates like the jet part of it. And then you're going to need to just fold that down there. I suggest you make something like, start making a little bit of a space form type thing. Fold these in. Come down here. You're going to fold this in all the way. You got this tab here. You're just going to need to tap it right there. And just leave it like that. And then these sections just gonna slot right here. These are also gonna be for base mode, don't worry. And there's a spaceship mode that I came up with. Credit me for it if you want to do it. And now finally the last part of transformation. Actually, let's do some comparison between this. I do have something for vehicle mode for Iron Factory. The Fallen. Yes, I have the Fallen, and I'm gonna be doing reviews soon, but I'm gonna wait till a certain point in the timeline before we can actually get to that, because as you know, this is a story we've been doing for a while now, and it's only gonna get longer from here. Especially since this is definitely gonna be revolving around the Constructicons, we are gonna be adding a lot of stuff. So, yeah. So now you want to do is basically undo all that and just leave that there for now. You're going to turn this around and you're going to very carefully push this joint upwards like so. Push this joint upwards. You got to be very gentle with it, because it is, well, on my copy it is rough, but like so. And this is essentially going to be the base mode. You're going to need to flip the tail under. That's just going to stabilize everything. Leave this like so. You're going to need to flip all this out. And just lock it back up. Flip all this, flip all this. I'm almost done. Take that out, put that down like so, and just basically lift the arms up, turn them like so, and that kind of fell wrong. There's a little bit of parts you gotta manage a little bit. Fold it out like so, like that. Bring the arms like so, turn them around, make it look good. And the last thing you need to do is, besides attaching the guns here on the legs, besides doing that, you need to take this, open it up halfway, like so, and this is going to tab there, and it's basically going to lock into place around here. Then you can open these up or have it closed, whatever you like. And that's it. That is Scorponok and the end of the review. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Next review is actually going to be a Rise of the Beast figure. And it is going to be Battle Trap. And as always, till all are one.